I do an apples to apples quote. Then I do my, what I call the Cadillac quote. And that's the one with all those good coverages in there. That's the ones where I have them all highlighted in there. And then I do a cover sheet on top of that that outlines business owner's advantage. And I highlight all the things that we talked about in our 2 appointments prior to this of what was important to you. You told me.
If you hit that icon when you're quoting it, it'll print out a sheet. It tells you exactly what the coverages are, and I always put that.
I always include that too.
Yeah, you're getting ahead of me.
You know what I'm talking about,
You're
that
getting-
checklist sheet though?
Yeah, I do.
Everybody know what I'm talking about? That checklist sheet? It's alright if you don't know. This is Vegas. Where can they find it, Greg?
Well, we don't, now I'm not sure which checklist
There's
we're
a
talking.
sheet of all the additional available coverages available with a BOP. And I got a roll about this after Ike, and I sent it to all the principal agents. And all it is every single little coverage, and then the person, you have an opportunity for the person to sign off that they acknowledge that they don't have it. And the obvious big one at the time of Ike was the utilities endorsement. That's what brought it to my attention.
Okay. Well, that is what I think you're talking about is a business owner's coverage highlights sheet.
Okay.
It's 2 pages of front
Okay.
and back. Now,
Okay.
in my presentation and in my classes, I talk about, I give out that sheet in a laminate, in a hard, heavy laminate sheet. And that is part of my presentation process. So you guys are good. You're jumping my gun here. So, but what we're doing here is I do the apples to apples comparison. I do my my regular policy Cadillac coverage, and we turn around. And if they say, Greg, you know, you're right in the ballpark here. It looks like a bunch of the same coverages. I said, well, I'd like to just share with you that we can skinny down some of these coverages. Some of these built-in coverages we have are better than what you have right now. So I'd like to share this with you. Now, we also talked about some other coverages, and here's my Cadillac quote for you. Now, remember I told you I do a summary page of those extras? What I'll do is I'll rip that page off and give that to them, but I won't give it to them in all of my premiums and my hard copy quote. Now, what I have always found is the people like to take my hard-earned and bring it back to their other agent and say, Nationwide showed some incredible stuff. I told them they were $300 high, but they were $600 low. Because they don't always tell us the premium, do they?
Right.
They don't always tell us what the real premium is.